Yeah! Welcome back to the spot. It's always beautiful. Beautiful downtown Columbus, Georgia, here right next to the Chattahoochee. It's your boy Jonathan Bam Rivers. Team Bam, baby, believe and motivate. Coming to you with episode number 4. We done reached it, baby. Thank you very much. Number 4 of Midweek Motivation. Midweek Motivation. I'm getting straight into the message now. I'm getting straight into it. I want you to do 2 things. Go hard. Go hard. That's what I want you to do in life. I mean, I know I've been talking about participating. I've been talking about stepping your game up. I've been talking about all these other things and living your life without limits. And this is tied to it. But I want you to understand that you have to go hard. I always talk about passion. I always talk about making your ordinary extraordinary. I mean, you got to go hard. And I've got 3 simple steps. All right? 3 simple steps that'll help you go hard every day in your life. Number 1, you got to stop procrastinating. Like, you have to stop putting things off. You have to stop living in that I'll do it tomorrow mentality. Why would you wait to do something tomorrow that can help you step into your greatness? Why don't you do it now? Things do not turn out well for those who procrastinate or wait on things to happen. You got to be action-oriented. Listen, I've got a story for you guys, and this may touch a lot of people because it really hurt me the way things turned out. There was this young lady that I went to high school with, and she was very near and dear to me. We were real tight. I mean, she cheered while I played football, and she ended up joining my church about 9 or 10 years ago. And she ended up joining the church, and I was so happy for her, and it was so vibrant because she always had this big smile on her face regardless. But I knew this was something different in her life. I knew this was something of purpose, and she was very excited about it. And I would see her every night at Wednesday night Bible study. I would see her every Wednesday, and every Wednesday I would go give her a hug, and I would go talk to her while the worship was going on, while people were doing the music. I would always go talk to her. And then one day she came in church. One Wednesday night she came in, and she did not have that smile on her face. I mean, I could see the gloom on her face. You know what I told myself? So, well, maybe it's not time for me to go talk to her right now, as I always do. I'll wait until after service. So I did that. I went against everything that I believed in. I went against everything that I had done up to that point, and I waited for her after service to go check on her instead of doing it when something told me to. When the Spirit led me to go speak to her, I didn't do it. Come to find out, after service was over, I turned around and she was gone. And the next day, she had been murdered by her husband. Now, do you understand what I'm telling you? She had been murdered by her husband. And I can't sit here and tell you that if I would have gone and spoken to her, that things would have turned out differently. But what I can tell you with certainty is that I will never know because I procrastinated in that situation. So I don't want you to go through that. I don't want you to have to worry about what I missed out on. Or I don't want you to have to say what could have been. Say what is, because you go and do it now. Don't procrastinate in life. Be action-oriented and go get it. The second thing you have to do to go hard, I mean really, really go hard, is you have to cherish the process and not the prize. I'm going to say it again because there are a lot of people, they don't hear me right now, or they don't understand what I mean right now when I say you have to cherish the process and not the prize. Nick Saban is the head coach of the University of Alabama football team. And everybody continues to say Nick Saban never smiles. Like, what are you going to do, Coach Saban? When are you going to crack a smile? When are you going to be happy because you've won all these championships? Like, what else do you have to accomplish? But see, what people don't realize is Nick Saban wants to accomplish what he didn't do yesterday. And that was be better than what he was yesterday. That's not comparing himself to anybody else. That's comparing himself to who he was before. He doesn't care about external rewards. He worries about the process. I'm going to tell you about my process every day. I get up no later than 6 o'clock in the morning. I make sure my 4-year-old is up, dressed, and ready to go because I have to drop him off at school. And then I go to work every day. I get off at work around 5 or 6 o'clock, and then one of my 2 boys that are older, my 8 and my 4-year-old, one of them has practice or a game right now because we're in baseball season. And after practice or a game, I go to the house and I prep for the college football show that I co-host. And after I come back from the football show that I co-host, I get on my $1 million meeting with my production manager, and we talk about how we're going to continue to change the world through speaking. That's my daily process. That's what I do every day, and I love it because it's the grind. It's the fundamentals. And if you're going to be successful in life, you have to worry more about the fundamentals and the process than you do about the prize. Because those people that love the prize is just an ancillary benefit. Like, yeah, it's going to be great to get that money. It's going to be great to get those accolades. It's going to be great to get those rewards. But when you do it because it's inside of you, that's the true reward. You got to cherish the process and not the prize. And last but not least, I'm talking about going hard. Really going hard, you have to be able to reject rejection. And see, right now, I just said that to you and you feel hurt right now because you've been rejected. But let me tell you something. You have to understand that rejection is a part of life. You have to understand that rejection is nothing but a springboard into your greatness. Don't let rejection get you down. Understand that rejection is an opportunity for you to get stronger. And I'm going to tell you a secret. When people reject you, when they reject what you're trying to give to them, when they reject what you're trying to provide for them, they're not rejecting you, they're rejecting themselves. Like, they saying no to themselves. I remember when I was at the University of Phoenix as an enrollment rep, and I would call people to help them go to school because they were interested in going to college, and yet they would let things hold them back. A lot of people would say, well, I'm not ready for school because of this, because of that. I didn't take it personal because they weren't rejecting me. They were rejecting themselves. So as you step into your purpose, as you move forward, as you understand what God wants you to do in life, and as you understand what it's going to take to be successful, you have to reject rejection. You have to understand that it's a part of the process. You have to understand that rejection is a prelude to success. It's a precursor to success. And the more you can internalize that rejection, the more you can accept that rejection, eat it, and then spit it back out and say, rejection, you're not stronger than me. You are on your way to being great because it's in you. I just want you to live it out. All right, listen, I'm about to get out of here. I just want to remind you the 3 things you got to do to be able to go hard in life. Number 1, you got to stop procrastinating. Stop putting stuff off and do it now. Number 2, you got to cherish the process and not the prize. And lastly, you got to be able to reject rejection. Things are moving like a freight train right now, man. Me and George, my production manager, Team Bam, Believe and Motivate, we're going to heights that we haven't seen before. And I can't wait to tell you about them. Like, things are moving. God is moving in our lives because we're doing what we're destined to do. And I want you to do the exact same thing. It's your boy, Jonathan Bam Rivers, Team Believe and Motivate. Don't forget to hit us up on Twitter at JBamRivers, on Instagram at JBamRivers, on Facebook, Jonathan Rivers, Motivational Speaker. The website is www.jonathanbamrivers.com. More events coming to you. Love you with all my heart. I'm gone.